College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness.
South Carolina
could in the open field, he shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
You know what? Everybody
since they're 2-3, they don't seem like a 2-3 team.
You got running backs that fight for extra yards,
so you could probably get good
It's
influence.
awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little.
Oh, go triangle! What is that throw? Why couldn't I go to him? Are we cooking today? Yes, we are.
That's not the attempt you wanted.
It's not right there because I clicked triangle and for some odd reason he decided to click square.
Have a good talk with your coach. You settle down.
So
it's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
That sounded good.
Here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Instead of nickel,
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. The sure hands, it's Haynes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know.
He catched it down.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Got out of trouble and throws. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. He turns it loose to the left. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be making.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early, and how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this first down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
Yeah, nice job by the running back. I like he understood that it was 4th and 1. I got to get that first down. And how about the blocking up front, creating a hole, creating some space. Not only did he get the first down, makes the big play, sparks this offense.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Toss to the outside. Got the first down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a great play, winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that 3rd down.
Makes the grab. It's Bennett. Oh, he's got some space. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football.
Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the left. There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. To throw, it's Underwood. Here's the Heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Turning up, got enough space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this 3rd down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Sellers. He's got him in the flat. It's a seam wide open. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play, instead, no gain.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Harbor. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. To the air, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They'll try the run. Bulldozes his way through. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll they'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the air, it's Underwood. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab at the 30. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with it.
He's loose. Lots of running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
To have a playmaker like that catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Oh, they're after him. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 30. Got a lot of room to the right.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for an alley from it. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Sellers. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Gamecocks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Still on his feet. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
Well, a lot of things going wrong for this team right now, certainly on offense, and now you're seeing it in the special teams as well. This punt return is one he's got to be able to field and at least hold on to the football. I understand he's trying to go score a touchdown, but you can't lose sight of your fundamentals, and that turnover is really a microcosm of all the problems that they've been having today.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The throw with the catch. It's Brown. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Shotgun, they go to the ground. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Under fire. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. after making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know that.
Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Jayhawks will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Taylor has it. Got a little space. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Here comes the heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pocket breaking down.
I just never go for him when I try to skip the pocket, and
just quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bring in the
bro.
Wiggles free.
I had him.
Well off target. He got hit as he was trying
I need
to throw, and they
the O-line to hold up, though.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Looking down the middle. Hauls it in, the first down.
Good catch.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line
I'm
to the
talking
19
about.
before being hauled down. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for
Bro, I cut up and then and just like 2nd and 10.
Just stop cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Fires to the
bro,
just
keep running.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Unleashes one. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Good work. I like that.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Complete to start this drive. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. He's got his man.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. The RPO, it's complete.
No, sir.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Turning it on. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Minnesota.
Do it, baby.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. There's a live football. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
That didn't always seem...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Dumps it to the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air, it's Lindsey. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there.
Why did that happen, bro?
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Finds his big tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Got his man on the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Avoids pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Nice. The running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the Jayhawks get enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy, because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Finds his big tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. The offense changing the play. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Under fire. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Tracy. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snags it on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in a hurry up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Wide open open spaces. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Gets it out quickly. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
From the gun, the ground game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Gives it on the option. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. And the Golden Gophers enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. The snap sets up to throw. They've got the screen set up. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. Offense, good defense. Pretty much what we had in this one is they come up short in a bit of a slogfest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
And a lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously. And I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you... welcome everyone to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, that is a picture-perfect start for this defense. Number one objective, get off the field even better. 3rd down, force them into a passing situation. You win, you hit the quarterback. Nice start by this D.
Here's a heat. As he throws, that ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He'll run it again. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice 3rd down conversion, and now set up 1st and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Marches ahead. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. On the option. Now the toss.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. The Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Pickett. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just
too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long.
Let's see it. That's not a set.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels.
I don't know why.
Unloads to the right. And they
PI,
make
hello?
a connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Where's it at?
Fourth down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more.
Okay.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
There he goes. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's got it on the move. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be 1st down, goal to go.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Williams.
Timeout. Oh my gosh. I'm pressing timeout like 50 times. It doesn't press timeout, bro. Like, what is this game on about, bro?
About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the 3rd quarter.
I rate this game by 2 out of 10 because EA doesn't know how to press timeout.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
But I couldn't press him out.
Found good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
I could have at least got 3 points though. Like at least something. Anything. And that Loki should have been a tight end.
He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run.
Oh my.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looking for room. It's Reed. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Fires to the big fella. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right.
And
Creates a little space. There he goes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Let's go.
So that's
Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks the tackle. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Using his legs, it's Reed. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And guys, this has been a defensive struggle, but now on 1st and goal, a chance for the first touchdown. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
I'm locking. Good type of right here. Even though I should have got it last time, but like, all these big ones. But no, the game doesn't want me to.
Going to get loud when their defense comes on the field. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Williams. Creates a little room. Turning on the Jets. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
So it's like this.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. On the option. Shakes off the defender. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Fights off a defender. It's a seam wide open. He's loose. He's at the touchdown, Kansas. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
You dropped it, you saw.
Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They're coming out to tee it up.
Let me finish my game.
Boy, they hope that one doesn't come back to bite.
All right, I have 3 minutes left.
Taking the lead here in the 4th quarter, and all they need is a field goal to go back back on top. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll run it trying to drain time off the clock.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
To running room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
From the gun, running back on the move. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Run in the red zone. It's Reed. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
At 3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off tackle up the middle. They run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Looking for space to the left. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you get into the quarterback, and he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish your